Hi everybody, I wouldn't normally upload this. I wasn't going to make this video because I know I look awkward on camera and I know I am awkward on camera. But I have been watching, let's see, I've been watching a bunch of paranormal videos. I watch two channels in particular. That's Paranormal Kativity and Brady44, and I will link them below if you want to watch their videos. I love them. I'm obsessed with their videos. I wait for their videos all the time. And one of one of the videos I did watch was about sleep paralysis, and I've been watching a bunch of them today, and I have tons of ghost stories that I want to talk about, but I feel like I need to talk about this first. And that is, I don't know why, but I have suffered from sleep paralysis, and people want to say, oh, it's a medical issue. You're not sleeping enough. You're not getting enough sleep at all. And that I don't think that's true at all. My first ever time that this happened to me, I was 18 going on 19. I'm 19 right now. And it was just before my birthday, and I remember falling asleep. I was watching whatever YouTube video, and the laptop was sitting on a table, and I remember I fell asleep during watching this video, and the screen was still on, and I was just dozing off. And I caught myself falling asleep, and I was gonna turn off the video and everything, and I couldn't move at all. And I started hearing it wasn't a ringing, but it was a very high pitched, just solid sound, and it was in my right ear. And I was wasn't laying straight on my back. I was more or less laying slightly on my side. And I remember, because I did doze off, and I opened my eyes and I couldn't move at all. And I've never experienced this before, so I didn't know how to really react to it. But when I looked over to my right, I couldn't see a face, but it looked like there was something holding me down, and you could see an outline of the arm, and through that arm I could see behind it the computer screen. The computer screen was clearly still on. So at that moment I started panicking. I tried to move, and then I started hearing laughing. Now, other people want to say it's not demonic, or it's not going to hurt you, or whatever, and that didn't seem like it wasn't going to hurt me. That seemed like it was going to hurt me. Its true intentions were to hurt me and to scare me. And I felt threatened by this. So the laughing I heard was an old man, and it sounded actually like my grandfather, and I live with him. I live with my grandparents and my mom, and and my uncle. And the laughing was coming from the hallway, which was behind this figure that was holding me down. And I managed to see around this dark figure holding me down. You could see slightly behind him, or whatever, and I saw another person standing there, and it looked like it was my grandpa, who was actually asleep at this time. And he half of his face was lit up, and you couldn't tell any facial features. It just looked like a taller heavyset man, and he was just laughing maniacally. I can't pronounce that word. Just laughing really scarily, and I was just, that went on for maybe about a good 10 minutes, and then I could break free and everything went back to normal. And I remember I kept the computer on because that was like my only light source at the time. I turned other lights on and I ran straight to my grandparents' room to see if he had came out of his room and was for some reason in the hallway laughing at me for whatever reason. And when I walked into the room, my grandparents were both asleep. And I remember shaking my grandma to wake her up, and I was like, Grandma, did Grandpa get out of bed? And that's when she got him up and asked him that question, and I was like, were you just in there laughing at me? And he said no. And I panicked. I didn't know how to think about that. She's like, if you see anything or hear anything and you're scared, just let me know. So I was like, okay. And I didn't go back to sleep that night because I already slept a good while and I was just completely terrified, so I was not gonna bother with it. And every so often afterwards, like it happened almost every night or every other night, I would, I guess, wake up in a sleep paralysis and it would be the same thing over again, except in different, it looked different. Things were different about it, obviously. Like, I didn't watch YouTube videos like every night. So, of course, it wasn't the same. But it was like the same laughing, the same being held down. And I got to the point where if I fell asleep and I felt like I was gonna slip back into a sleep paralysis, I kind of like left it and I kept my eyes closed. I didn't want to see anything. If I was going through sleep paralysis, I would just like struggle a little bit and it would release. And I'd be like, okay. But no, I've been looking up sleep paralysis and I've been watching videos. The one video I did watch was talking about if you just accept it, you can start astro projecting, and I don't know too much on that. And I know on let's see, on Paranormal Kativity, like she talks about astral projection and astro projection and sleep paralysis and all these, and lucid dreaming, and she touches on those, but there's still so much you could probably know about that, and I just don't know anything about that. And the one video, the girl said that if you just give into the sleep paralysis, you can start to astro project and go anywhere you want. And I never knew that before this happened, and I ended up lucid dreaming, and I was able to literally, from where I was at, I saw myself sleeping. I was able to go at least down the street, and then I would end up right back in my body, and I would wake up. And that's only happened maybe once or twice. And she said all those things weren't evil, which at this point right now, I don't believe that those things aren't evil, because if they weren't evil, then why did I feel so threatened? Why am I so terrified of it? Why was there laughing? Like, evil laughing. Why did it seem like it was out to hurt me? there's other videos that say that it's a demonic attack. And I actually slightly believe that a little bit more than they're not there to hurt you. So I figured I would share that. I know I'm very awkward talking to you, but I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to hear my other ghost stories or paranormal stories, or if you want me to continue with these videos, I guess like this video, leave a comment if you have experienced the same thing, or you have any information for me. I will keep you updated if I have any other experiences with sleep paralysis, because I know I frequently have them. I have experiences, so yeah, thank you for watching.